What's up, guys? First time to the channel, welcome. If you're already a subscriber to the channel, welcome back. All right, making some silicone hat patches. What's happening, everybody? If you've got questions today, feel free to ask away. We're just kind of working in the shop today, getting some stuff done. I don't know if I can see. Oop. Alright guys, what we're going to be talking about today is DTF transfers and how to incorporate them on leather or leatherette patches. So today we're actually going to be doing that with the new website that's going on. A lot of you guys are registering, which is awesome, and getting your patches going, which is awesome. So if you guys have questions in regards to the new website, Essential Print Supply, feel free to ask. That way you know how to order, or you know what's going on with that website when it comes to either ordering DTF transfers or ordering your leather or leatherette patches or other patches, burlap. Pretty soon we'll be adding sublimation patches to the roster as well. Okay. What's up, guys? I'm kind of just waiting for some more people to come on before we get going. What we're doing in the background is leather patches and some silicone hat covers. So we started selling these on the website. So right now we're just kind of cleaning these up and getting them ready to ship out. Alright, there it is. Okay guys, so what we did the other day is we've got a hat company. They've got 3 different hats. They've got this color, they've got this color, and then they've got this color here. So multiple style hats. The great thing about DTF is that you can incorporate that onto leatherette style patches. So here's a blank that was cut out of their shape, and the DTF was now added to that shape. So it's nailing this DTF here to apply to this, and it's very simple. And this can be done on multiple products, whether it's leatherette or leather. If you're doing stuff like this, I think the leatherette makes more sense because it's a more affordable. It just depends on how end you're getting, how high end you're getting with your customers when it comes to these style patches. So in the end, you end up with a product where you get that full vibrancy. Look at the gradients in there. You got the gradients, you've got the gradients in the stars, the 3-dimension in the stars, you've got the gradient in the stroke on the GL3. Of course that's backwards, but very cool stuff when it comes to DTF. You can add it to all kinds of things, from something as simple as a coaster. You can add a DTF design, to a coaster, whatever you want it to do. You can cut custom shapes when it comes to leather and leatherette. First time to the channel, guys, welcome. those of you watching, if you got questions, feel free to ask. So if you got questions about DTF equipment that we've recently made, or anything applying to the Essential Print Supply website, ask. How to order patches, ask. How to order DTF transfers. So now the Supreme Color transfers are live on the website, so you guys can start ordering the new hot peel transfers, the Supreme Pro hot peel, as well as we have several other DTF transfers to choose from chrome, gold foil, holographic foil, DTF, and then we've also got the what other DTF? The glitter print DTF. That stuff is fire. But here, examples of different shapes. When it comes to doing DTF, guys, and putting them on patches, get creative. Here's a basic circle, right? Now you take this print. This is a California beach print that was created last year. Now you put that on the patch and you'll have a pretty cool, patch. You'll end up with a nice white leatherette with a really cool vibrant beach style DTF transfer on there. But just by doing something as simple as changing the shape, here I found this shape, bottle cap shape. Now you put this design on that bottle cap shape. I mean, it takes that patch to a whole nother level. It's just totally different. So this is our white leatherette that we utilize. Very nice product. And the one thing I do like about leatherette is that it engraves very black. So if you're looking for a very dark engraving, these go very black. As you can see here, this was a fireman setup we did here, but very dark engraving on that patch. All heat applied, ready to go when you get them. You can of course order them without heated adhesive on the back if you're planning on maybe sewing them. But the cool thing is these hats we just discussed, they're going to get different color backs when it comes to the leatherette. And that is the great thing about offering products to your clients, guys. When you've got different colors of leatherette, like here's our red. So we're going to get that same design, the GJ3 on the red leatherette for one color of hats, and then we're going to have black leatherette for another color of hats, and then he's going to go, of course, with the white leatherette. Instead of this one has the backing, but he's going to get white for his white hats. So a lot of ways that you guys can do different things when it comes to being able to make profit. And here's the one thing I want to state to you guys. Again, I can't see if you guys are commenting, so if you are or have questions, feel free to comment. Or if you're already a subscriber, just say what's up. When it comes to profits, guys, hats are going to have a way bigger profit margin than t-shirts. So let's explain this real quick. Now, the most popular hat out there right now, the Richardsons, right? Not 100% something I always use, but I have other sources of hats that I use that I'll be doing some reviews on coming soon within the next week or so. But for example, the Richardson 112, super popular hat. A t-shirt costs you what? Let's say you're ordering a next level Bella Canvas t-shirt, premium, custom colors, whatever, comfort colors. That shirt's going to cost you about, let's just say $4 or $5. Okay, that's if you have a wholesale license. If you don't have a wholesale license, you're looking at $6 or $7. Now let's just say you are doing DTF transfers, because it's kind of the way to go these days. You're getting full color prints, thousands of colors, gradients, whatever you can put into that image, you're going to get. Case in point, I can do an image like this right here, full color, gradients, whatever I want, gradients all in here. Let's just say there's a few hundred colors in there. At wholesale, if you have a wholesale license, let's say that costs you $6. Okay, 12 by 12 image, $6. Okay, your shirt, $5. Your print, $6. You're at $11, right? So far, just on the product. Now your labor. This is where a lot of people tend to have issues, is what to charge when it comes to their labor. Now, what do? I simplify it. If I'm pressing shirts, what I do is I charge per press. Whether that's 5, 10, the first hit could be 10, or it could be 8. You can range that first hit, that main hit, at whatever price, flat rate that you want. Say they want a back print. Okay, that's a second hit. Do you discount that? Okay, first hit is this price, second hit will be this price. What do you do in regards to that? So let's just say you're doing one design on the front or back at 12 by 12. You're charging, for Pete's sake, $5. Okay, you are now at $16 to create the shirt, just to make it. Now there are ways you can get that cost down by maybe doing some other type of transfers, but the most popular method of doing DTF these days is going to be your best bet, because you get multiple colors, and that's really going to be fancy when it comes to the clients. So at $16 to create the shirt, now what's your sale price? How much are you going to be able to sell the shirt to be competitive? 20 bucks? 18? 25? You think people are going to buy your shirts at 25 bucks? If somebody's coming into your shop and they're paying full price like that, don't ever get rid of that customer. Keep that customer. But if, let's just say you're a brand, it's one thing for a client to come in and want something custom and willing to pay for that. If they're not, that's not the customer you want. But let's just say in general, this is your brand and you're trying to sell your products to people out on the market. What is going to happen with that? You're not really going to be hitting hard at 25 bucks a shirt. I guarantee it. I've tried it. Other people have tried it. It's very hard. It's very competitive. Unless you got something that's absolutely amazing that nobody's ever seen before, then maybe. It depends on where you're at in regards to, you know, if I'm in Beverly Hills, hey, I might make it because I've got something unique and people have money and they're willing to spend something for different stuff. Who knows? But it's all about location. If you're just trying to sell at a farmer's market, most likely it ain't going to happen. You know, it might be hard, but people are really out there when it comes to spending money looking for unique stuff. For example, I was selling puppy hoodies better than I was selling custom t-shirts that were just banging. Dog hoodies were selling faster and at more money. So my point is, hats have a much better profit margin than shirts. So if you guys want to start making and opening up a better potential to make more money, people typically will buy 25, 50, 100 hats at a time, because the hat will cost you, let's just say 5, right? Wholesale $5. What do you think a print like this is going to run you? You got a full color digital print. Here's some other ones, okay? Look at all the color and gradients that you can do in these. And these suckers will probably run you, you know, 25 cents, 15 cents, depending on how big it is. So you take that, you're not even at $6 to make and complete the hat, material-wise. Okay, so just that material-wise, you're at less than $6. You do something huge and custom on the front, then of course you might be right at the $6 range maybe. So my point is, how much are you selling hats at? 25, 35 bucks a hat for something that's really nice and custom? Now what if you're adding, you know, a leather patch to it? You're definitely in the 25 to 35 range if you're going that route. Now what if you're putting real leather? Here's a real leather patch. This is our custom honey stain that we do. Now if you're putting something like that on a hat, you're for sure in the 30, 35, 45 range for hats. You see your profit margin? Even if you're buying the whole setup here at $6 on the materials and you're going $5, whatever, $10 to hit that patch on a hat, your profit margin is still way up. Okay, so it makes sense for you to be making hats, and it makes sense for you guys to be buying the right equipment to be making hats. In case the 360 IQ hat press that I have. Okay, I'll show you over here real quick. I'm gonna turn this. So the 360 IQ hat press, that is a money maker because of this system right here. You've got a full-on digital system where you can program. I'm going to show you real quick. Look at all the things that I have programmed in there. I've got rows of stuff, and I can still go to the next page, and I've still got rows of other stuff right here that are programmed in there. So there's so much that you can do with that hat press right there, where you're able to make a lot of profit and keep a lot of different styles programmed in that system. Okay. I'm like shocked that nobody has any questions. Okay. I guess nobody has any questions. Having good equipment is going to make the difference between you being average and you being premium. One of the biggest things I'm seeing on YouTube right now is everybody's, you know, bragging and talking all this stuff about the Viver heat press. I'm sorry, but that thing isn't going to make you a whole lot of money. And I've been in the game to where I've ruined so many hats because of cheap hat presses. Now, I only promote this only because I know what it has done for me personally when it comes to decorating hats. I used to get a lot of issues where I used to get a lot of creases in the hats where it'd be all creased like this in the hat because the hats wouldn't lay down right on the hat press itself. The platens were very squared out, very sharp corners, so you get a press box on these, or you get scorch marks right up in here. And what happens with that? That's it. It's ruined. There's no way you're fixing the hat. You just wasted $7 and a little bit of time trying to produce that. So you have to think about your equipment is your moneymaker. Okay, your equipment is what creates your product. Buying cheap equipment may get you by, no doubt, may get you by, but it's not going to really benefit you in the long run. You know, or it might benefit you until you can get to the point where you can buy higher costing equipment, professional equipment in your shop that's kind of built to last. Hey, what's happening? Finally, a question. So those hat presses, they're about $1,850. Okay. The only poopy thing about it is they raised the price of that hat press 4 times. This is coming from Stahls. 4 times. $11.50 is, or $11.99 is what it came out when it first came out. Then it went to $12.50. They're like, oh, we can make more money. Let's go to $14.50. Oh, we can make more money. Let's go $16.50. Finally, in the end, I think they settled on $18.50, and it's so far it hasn't budged from that price. But why it had to change prices 4 different times, I don't know. But I'll tell you what I do know. I paid for it when it was about $1,450, and I think at the time I bought it on Transfer Express's website, where they were offering no tax, and it was, I think, free shipping on top of that. That was a steal for me. So I was like, okay, well, that's almost like me buying it for $12.50 if I had to pay tax and I had to pay shipping. So I bought it then. Hands down, first job I got, I think it was like maybe 50 hats. It paid for itself. Almost 3/4 of it was paid for itself, just in that one hat order. So you may think, well, that's expensive, I can't afford that. Hey, they take payments, but look at it this way. What are you willing to invest in your personal business to be successful? The reason I bought it was because of the dual platens that it has. It has an upper heating and a lower heating mechanism. Why is that important? It's any heat press can do DTF with no problems. Any heat press. You want to buy a Viver, you want to buy a Pro World, you want to buy Amazon, whatever, they'll all be able to do this. Will your results all be 100% awesome? Most likely not. And that's coming from experience. I'm not just talking. So for me, the reason I bought this machine was because I wanted those programmable features, because I don't want to have to sit here and program every single time or remember what my settings were every single time I had to do something different. Whether it was Brick 600, whether it was vinyl, whether it was a DTF transfer from this company or a DTF transfer from that company, or whether it was, you know, Transfer Express, I was able to program them all. If I was doing puff vinyl, I can program that. If I was doing 613 screen print puff vinyl, I can program that and never have to worry about it. I just hit the program and it sets it to that program and I'm ready to go. I let it heat up and I'm ready to go. That to me is gold. It's gold. They do update this machine. You're able to keep track of how much work you've done because it programs all of your jobs that you've done to let you know, hey, you've already done this many projects, or this is how many times this thing is opened and closed, you know. So there's benefits to being able to program, and then on top of that, for me, having the upper and the lower heating mechanism, what it does is it allows me to do anything that I want. Okay, leather is the biggest thing because leather patches, especially with the heat adhesive on them, require upper and lower heat. This simplifies that because you have control of the upper and lower heat. When it comes to embroidery patches, this is required, that upper and lower heat. It helps. You can do it with a single platen heat press, but it's going to cost you more time to do it. Okay, so whether it's a heat press, all that stuff. Do you do a lot of Brick 600 vinyl hats? I don't yet. On our website, essentialprintsupply.com, I'm going to be adding lasered Brick 600 patches. I haven't had time to test my settings. I've got the laser sitting over here to my left. I haven't had time to adjust the settings yet to Brick 600 vinyl. But we have a great source for Brick 600 vinyl. We're going to be selling it on the site soon. But we're going to have the settings dialed in. And the reason why the lasering is going to be great for that particular material, because Cricut cutters and all those other cutters, they sometimes don't cut as detailed. But the laser engraving machine, the laser itself, is going to make very refined, detailed Brick 600 patches. So as soon as I dial in those settings, guys, I'll be able to put those on the website, and you'll be able to order them, and you know, go from there. It's on point. Let me see here. So we are getting chat stuff, but it doesn't stay. Let me see here. Oh, there we go. Do not invest in Weaver press as it is trash. Wasted a little over 200 in hats. The press then blew out a breaker. I ordered a Ricoma hat press and love it. 16 by 20 heat press also in my shop. Yes. So 16 by 20 heat press, I think, is the press that all people should be having in their shop. I'm going to be doing a review coming up soon on the new TRANSPRO Plus. Now, you guys have probably seen my 15 by 15 TRANSPRO Plus video I did. This is probably a year or so ago, maybe longer. So now I got the 16 by 20 in addition to the Hottronics in the background that we're going to be reviewing the updated one. So the reason why I focused on this one is because the Ricoma is cool, but I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that the Ricoma has removable heat platens. In this day and age, guys, if you're doing heat transfers, having removable platens is extremely important. The fact that I can take, I got them right here. The fact that I can take different platens, so if I'm doing neck tags, boom, there's my platen. If I'm doing little kids clothing, boom, here's my platen. If I'm doing dog hoodies, there's my platen. This will do small, medium-sized shirts. That's my platen. If I'm doing maybe medium shirts, or if I'm doing, even if you're doing chest hits, like you're doing left or right chest hits, this is where this platen kind of comes in handy. In this day and age, you kind of want the ability to have different size platens for different size projects. This one too. I have this one, and then there's a few others that I have as well. If you're doing hoodies, these platens come in handy because the hoodies typically have pockets on the bottom, and you want a platen. I think it's 10 by 15 or 11 by 15. That one is perfect for hoodies, doing the upper part of the hoodie because it doesn't interfere with the pocket. The pocket won't interfere with your pressure. When you're applying, say, a heat transfer or a Plastisol transfer, it won't interfere, okay? So keep the file for sizing patches. Do you have a PSD for it? Hit me up, Al. Hit me up, and I can send that to you. I figured with a PDF, you should be able to import that into Photoshop Design. But here's the point: if you're doing designing, you're better off designing. Why don't these stay? Oh my God, this is annoying. If you guys know how to make these comments stay, like on the phone, let me know. Like it just keeps hiding. All right, let me see. Let me go back. If you're doing patches, design an Illustrator because you want vector files. Okay, if you're doing vector files, the best file you guys can upload on the website is going to be SVG files. Okay, SVG files are going to be what we'd like to have. As an upstart for me, the Ricoma and HPM are great starters, a premium for the mid-range budget. That is correct, but I don't know if you've seen the price on the TRANSPRO Plus that has auto open features. It has presets that you can program, and it has the removable platen features, and then it also has a manual and a semi mode. Watch my 15 by 15 video, you'll get what I mean. All those features are stock on that heat press, and I think that heat press comes in at about $1,000, $1,250, depending on if it's on sale. So yeah, definitely, because I seen the Ricoma, it's nice, you know, but it was lacking some features that, in my opinion, I think I needed. How do you say that? Guajara? Gualala? Oh, like colored leather, do you pre-mask? I do not. I do not pre-mask because my settings are dialed in such a way that I don't have to. When it comes to our leather patches, what we do, we use real veg tan, 100% veg tan leather. We cut it out here and then we stain. So we engrave first, then we stain, and then we seal and send them off. So that's how we do our patches here. The only reason you'll really need to pre-mask your leather patches if you're a laser engraver yourself is maybe your settings are just charring too much and you're getting char all over your leather. In that case, turn your air off. You don't need to be running air when you're engraving. You only run air when you're cutting. Okay, that'll help. And you don't need to be so aggressive on your dial in your cut settings to where they're just right and not overpowering too much. So that's how, you know, we spent time kind of mastering that technique of just the right amount of power for the material and just the right amount of engraving to where we're not blowing dust all over the laser engraving machine and you're not charring your patch all the time. So we've got perfect settings when it comes to that and our leather to where we don't have those issues. So this is a custom caramel stain that we have on our site on veg tan leather. This doesn't have the adhesive yet. This was just a sample that I made for a client, and then, you know, once she puts in the actual order, which she just did today, we'll put the Grip Tech adhesive on the back. Now, some of the questions I did get in our comment section earlier was something about Badger adhesive or something. I don't really recommend contact cements. Not to say that you couldn't use them for leather patches. If you're ordering blank patches from us, you can use whatever you want. We sell our own Grip Tech leather adhesive, very similar to like Hydebond and Lone Star, but ours is a polyurethane based Grip Tech adhesive for our leather patches, which is a great option. You know, it's a 5 mil thick leather adhesive. We sell that. So when you order patches through us, you can either order them with or without adhesive, depending on if maybe you're going to put rivets in your patches. We do have rivet options. So if you want to create patches that have rivets and put rivets on your hats, you can do that by ordering them without adhesive and adding rivet holes. And that'll be, of course, in your design, or you can purchase rivets from us. So those options are there for both leather and leatherette. So we're one of the only companies that's offering blank Stahls. We have blank Stahls in the leatherette. You can order them blank or you can order them engraved. 12 colors to choose from, and then you can add rivets or don't add rivets, depending on what you guys want to do. So this company that I set up is really designed to make you guys think about what you want to do. When it comes to the leather, we don't sell blanks as far as getting them done, because sometimes when you stain them, we could stain them and cut them, but the way you're engraving or your laser might handle the leather might be different when it engraves that stain. It might come out a certain way. So we still have to test how the laser plays with the stain that we use. We use all Phoebing's Pro dyes. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be selling leather blanks, but they're going to be natural. So they're going to be straight veg tan, non-stained blanks. You guys can buy them, stain them yourself, do whatever you want yourself. We're just going to sell the shapes. But they're going to be, for now at least, they're going to be unstained. We'll have some leathers that are already pre-stained that come from the factory. We have like a mahogany cognac color. We have black. We have white. We're going to be, so hopefully that answers a little bit of what you were asking. So that's about it, guys. I just wanted you guys to know that, hey, when you go on the website, you register. Just for registering, I'm giving you guys $10 in essential points to utilize for your orders. So take advantage of that, okay? It's there for you guys to either maybe order a few patches to be able to, or apply the 10 towards some patches that you want to get. And also what's cool about the website, guys, you can mix and match colors. So if you say are in the leatherette section and you're uploading your design, you'll be able to use that one design on multiple colors of leatherette. So say you wanted white leatherette, you could do that, and you wanted to add rawhide leatherette, you can do that. The only thing is there's a minimum per color of 15 patches. We just lowered our minimum. 15 is all that's required for leatherette, guys. Now this is different from some companies that want to, they usually start at 25 minimum, or sometimes even 50 minimum. Here, I personally understand where sometimes you guys might only have a 12 patch or 12 hat order. I've seen people say, I only have like 10 patches that I need. So what are you going to do with the other 18? You know what I mean? So we at least lowered it to 15, and the reason why, you get a patch order for 12, you're at least going to want 3 patches that you can, practice with, or in case you mess one up, you have 1 or 2 extra. And then you always want to keep 1 for yourself for your advertising. So you kind of keep it in your book. So when you go places or customers come in to see your stuff, they can go through all the different patches that you've done, and they can see real physical patches that you personally done. They can look at those. So keep 1 for yourself, keep a couple extra. That's what the 15 does if you got a 12 patch minimum. So very cool. Hopefully that helps you out. But when it comes to the leather, hey, our leather is a process, so I got to get paid for that. But I've lowered it down from 25 to 20 now to help you guys out with real leather. We're going to be finding ways to simplify the leather process so that maybe in the future I can bring the quantity minimum down. But the thing is, with leather, we order real veg tan full half sides, and we physically cut the sheets from those cowhides, and then we take those patches, we custom stain those patches, and once they're custom stained, they have to cure, and then we seal them as well if that option is chosen. So there's a process with that leather, and typically our leather is about 4 to 5 ounces on the thickness of that leather. So eventually we'll have some other options for leather thicknesses, like maybe 6 to 7 ounce. But we find that for patches, that range will keep your cost down and allow you to slam out and give a lot of good flexibility to the leather patch, especially with the Grip Tech adhesive we use on those patches. And eventually we'll have the Grip Tech for sale as well in sheets and possible rolls. But for now, it's just our proprietary adhesive that we use. But that is the update. use those $10 in essential points. And then if you guys need, if you're doing hats, don't forget to order the hat patch silicone kit. This protects your hats, it protects your patches, but it keeps your hats from getting scorched. There's a lot of effort and time that went into this. I am the creator of this, period. I started it on YouTube and I've created it, and we just made a whole bunch of them that we've got to send out. This has been a hot item since people realize now that they can order it officially on the Essential website. So designed by Essential for you guys to be able to protect those items. So get to ordering, guys. Go on there, order. If you got questions, contact us. I'll email you directly. This is my personal site. Usually when you're talking to somebody, you're talking to me. So isn't that cool? You get to talk directly to the owner. So I want you guys to be successful, but at the same time, like we were talking about earlier, circle patch versus bottle cap patch. Be creative, guys. Be creative. So I have ordering videos on the website on each page product, whether you're ordering DTF or whether you're ordering leather patches, that will show you how to design our patches. I have a template on there that you guys can download for our proprietary patch designs that are pre-sized. For now, if you guys need custom size patches, go to our custom section, fill out the form, and we'll get you a quote on the size patch that you need. Right now we're having a custom calculator system built for the website that will calculate custom dimensions. Until that's done, for now you guys will have to just do the form. When the calculator system's done, then you just type in your dimensions and it'll spit out a calculation and you can check out. But typically I'll be able to get back to you guys pretty quick. So that's it, guys. This video's going on almost 40 minutes. I didn't want to stay too long, but I did have questions that people were asking in regards to the website. So Al says, I'm ordering some 250 by 250 today. Cool, man. I appreciate it, bro. Also, don't forget, if you guys are doing combinations of DTF, you can order the DTF there now. So our popular DTF that we had at Long Beach this year as vendors, so we had probably one of the baddest DTF transfers there. 10-second hot peel, guys. 270 degrees for cotton, and 285 for cotton and 250 for polyester. So if you're doing, well, here's the great thing about that. Our temperature at 250 now allows you guys to start going after athletic wear and athletic apparel, that stretchable polyester, 100% polyester material with no problems. You're not going to burn and scorch at 250 degrees, and on top of that, you're not going to run into dye migration issues with that as well. But keep watching the channel, subscribe, guys. What we're going to be doing is I'm actually going to be showing the technique. Where did it go? I'm going to be showing the technique of actually adding the DTF to the patches, where you're able to get the effects that you want. But I'm going to show you the technique that you guys will use to tack this to your leather, and then have no problems when it comes to making sure this is centered. So I have a really quick technique to show you guys, and we're going to do that, put this on a hat, but that'll be next week probably. I'll show that. But for now, get registered, do what you got to do, and I hope you guys are going to be successful with being able to go out there. Remember, hats have more profitability than shirts do. Okay, once you recognize that, you're going to be wanting to switch your game a little bit. So, and then keep in mind, promotional products, we're going to be adding promotional products too, like custom bottle openers, where you guys can customize stuff like this. You guys can customize custom keychains. We're going to be adding these type of products as well, where people can order these things from you guys. And like I said before, custom, cup holders with bottle openers in them. There's so many things. Also, keep in mind, guys, if you want to line your patches up, we have to center up your patch right here, because it has the little arrow for the center, and then these side lines right here, they line up to the seams of your hat. So you make sure that these lines are the same as these lines where the target hits on the side, and you're good to go. So it was a joy talking to you guys. So hopefully, if you got questions, throw them in the comments. I'll answer them when I can. I've got some stuff to do now. Got to clean these things up, and then I got to make some custom patches. So, till next time, peace out, guys.